everybody, and welcome back to EmzDiary, where I do weekly videos every Friday afternoon. Check in for new videos every Friday on travel vlogs, product reviews, real life stories, and of course my video podcast with my friend Caswell. Today's video, I'm going to be doing my review on the best travel accessories for 2021. That is when we can finally get back to traveling and they finally lifted the restrictions. So starting off on my trip from Toronto, Canada to London, United Kingdom, I took the following with me. Some of the stuff I didn't use, but most stuff I did use. So I took this nifty little case here to hold my credit cards and my passport. So there's a compartment here to hold your passport, another compartment here hold another passport. You can always hide them behind here if you don't want anybody having access to your passport. As you can see, I keep my Canadian passport in here. And if you're a dual citizen like me, it really helps that they've got so many nifty compartments in here. So you can put your passport wherever you need it to go, whether it be here, or if you put it even here, you could put it. Actually, that probably wouldn't fit. That'd be like a tight fit, unless your passport's designed differently, but you can put it here as well. So you can put it anywhere you like in that regard. So this is really handy. I actually got this from the Showcase store, which they only have in Canada and the United States. They probably would sell something like this in the UK if you're looking for something like that. So this is really handy tool to have. I would recommend this to store your passport securely so it doesn't drop out. I wouldn't recommend getting like a dollar store passport holder because that's probably not going to do the job very well. And then this I didn't use, but I decided to buy this on a Boxing Day sale. All the stuff was on sale at Boots Pharmacy after Christmas. So this is just like sort of similar. You can put your iPad in here. You can put your electronics here, like your wires. If you have headphones like I do and you use like Bluetooth headphones, you can put them in a compartment like here maybe. This would probably be like a really handy place to put headphones or something. I just like tuck them away in this little pocket if I was ever using this. You can probably bring your charger here. So this is something handy, especially if you own an iPad or like a Kindle or something and you don't want to lose your electronics. It's the best way to keep track of things. You can also put your passport in this right here, this compartment right here. This is another compartment if you hold multiple passports like me. So that's very handy to have. I think I paid about, I think that when this was on sale I only paid like £5 or £10 for this, but I think the original price was about £20 to £30 at Boots Pharmacy. And the next thing I would recommend if you don't want someone like scanning your credit cards at the airport and using identity theft or whatever to gain access to your credit cards or your passport is credit card sleeves. You can get them from Bentley. I don't think we have Bentley here in the UK, though I could be wrong. Correct me on that if I'm wrong. This is just something, yeah, it says protect your identity. You can put this on your driver's license, any ID cards that you have, your bank cards, your credit cards. As you can see, I never really bothered using this. I didn't really think I needed to because I kept my credit cards pretty safe, and I think the chances of somebody scanning your cards at an airport are slim to none, especially since coronavirus has started. All the airports were practically empty. They weren't very busy, full of crowded people, so it's less likely that someone's going to scan your ID, but it's still something handy to have. And I paid $5 for this. Yeah, $5 Canadian for this. I'm sure you can get this on Amazon. I'll put the links in the description below. And then the last couple of accessories that I recommend bringing. Actually, when I traveled from Toronto to Calgary, because I traveled to Calgary first before leaving for London, I actually put all my credit cards in here. So I didn't need to worry about anyone stealing them for identity theft because this has security on it so that people don't take your credit cards. It's a Samsonite waist purse, money belt, whatever you want to call it, and it has the RFID security, whatever they call that. The RFID label just means that it's gonna protect your cards, and it's gonna make sure that like no one steals your cards. So you got compartment here, compartment here for your main stuff. One thing you gotta be careful though with this kind of waist purse is that it can fall off your waist very easily if you're putting this underneath a winter coat. Because I ended up losing one of these here in London when I was out and about with like a couple of friends, and I had to buy a new one off of eBay, which is kind of annoying. So make sure you put this really tightly around your waist so it doesn't fall off, because this plastic thing, it's kind of cheap and it's very easy for things to fall off your waist when you're carrying them around and stuff. So there is an adjustable like way to adjust this. I think there's a way to like tighten it, I'm pretty sure. So just make sure it doesn't fall off your waist when you're going about the city, because it's very easy for something like this to disappear and you would never notice it falling off of your waist. So and this is something you can use even if you don't travel a lot. If you live in a big city like London, New York City, Los Angeles, any cities in Europe where there's a lot of pickpockets and you don't want people stealing your cell phone. Because if someone steals your purse and your phone is in there, along with your keys and your wallet, you are screwed. You have like essentially no way of getting access to your belongings right away if your purse is even found, that is. So if you want to go around the city and you take public transit like I do, because most people in London, they don't bother with cars because the narrow roads are difficult and it's overcrowded with parking on the streets. I think we're the city, I mean I could be wrong, but I think compared to Toronto and New York City, we're the city that uses transit the most, simply because we don't have the wide roads that New York City and Toronto have. Like me having lived in Toronto for 5.5 years and having been in New York City once before, I can rightly compare the transit system and the size of the roads compared to London. And I would definitely say that I think there were a lot more cars on the street and it was easier to park in New York City than it was here in London. But yeah, this is handy. Has like see-through compartment where you can put like your phone and stuff. Try not to like stuff this full of keys. If you have a lot of like key rings, don't overstuff it with your phone and your keys, because that can break it. I kind of made the mistake of overstuffing this with my keys, my phone, and I kind of have a lot of like keys because I have a storage unit and everything. So anyway, I'll just show you how, like if you have a thick phone like me, if you have the iPhone XR and you have like a really big phone case to go with it, don't overstuff this because it will put strain on it, but it does fit the iPhone XR and it does fit it with the case, which is really, really handy. And again, I got this from Showcase in Canada. Showcase is also in New York State. I think it's in Buffalo, New York. I don't know about other parts of the States, but I know they have it in both Canada and the States. So keep that in mind. This also holds your credit cards. It can hold some money, so if you're afraid of your cards and your phone being stolen when you're walking out and about and there's purse snatchers and there's pickpockets, you don't have to worry as much using something like that. So this is really convenient. So that's pretty much it for terms of like top travel accessories that I would recommend. You can use this money belt, the same thing if you're going around the new city that you're not familiar with. But I would probably recommend this for holding your phone over this, because this won't carry a lot of weight. And if you put a big phone on your waist, it's very likely that this can break off. This plastic piece can snap off and then you won't be able to hold it on your waist because the phone is too heavy. It's just not like built for big phones. I think if you have a small phone, you're okay wearing this, but if you've got a big phone like this, it's not really wise to carry this around with a big phone. So I would definitely recommend a phone case, a phone purse case instead. That's my recommendation. And obviously, if you're a woman, maybe men use this too. You don't want to forget your hand cream, especially in the winter time. If you're traveling in the winter, you have to use this. You have to use this on the Greyhound bus, on the airplane. Like if it's summertime, maybe you don't have to worry as much, but I personally recommend this hand cream by Neutrogena. It's, I think, developed in Norwegia, and it's natural ingredients. It doesn't have any additives in it or anything. And it's scent free, which is good if you've got sensitive skin like me. So if you like this video, thumbs up, thumbs down, comment below. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Let me know if you've ever had anybody steal your phone or your credit card while you've been traveling, if you had any horror stories like that, or if you've had your purse gone missing in a big city. I know my purse has gone missing like once when I lived in Toronto, and I was very lucky to get it back. So since then I've been kind of guarded by like bringing this phone case with me wherever I go, because I don't want the same thing happening to me here in London. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for next Friday's video here on EmzDiary. Have a lovely rest of your weekend.